Euro summer isn't just a season, it's a mindset, a feeling, a performance. And in 2025, that performance is louder, more curated, and more psychologically revealing than ever. This summer, the outfits weren't just about dressing for the heat. They were about being seen, being wanted, being envied, but also, strangely, being at peace. Because right now, we're watching two very different worlds of style collide. The ultra-curated, quiet luxury minimalism that dominated the last few years, and a reawakening of playful, hedonistic maximalism. And the fashion capital of this duality? The Euro summer aesthetic. From the Amalfi Coast to Portofino, Saint-Tropez to the Greek Isles, linen sets, crochet bikinis, raffia totes, gold jewelry, vintage Pucci prints, and understated Loro Piana slides all mingled in the same cafes. The result? A summer-style moment that's not just aesthetically chic, but psychologically rich. Because this wasn't just about travel style. This was about how we want to be perceived while living our soft life. Let's talk about it. The women wearing relaxed white poplin dresses and woven bucket hats weren't just choosing breathable fabrics, they were participating in the fantasy of leisure, of slow mornings, espresso on a terrace, market-fresh peaches in a woven basket. It's a costume that whispers, I don't need to try hard, I just live well. And yet, make no mistake, this is effort, this is curated. And that contradiction is exactly what Euro summer fashion represents in 2025. Because for every look that felt quiet, there was another that felt hyper-curated. Logo Pucci scarves tied around heads, archival Dior surf shirts, vintage Mazzoni swim. These weren't quiet at all. They were loud, nostalgic, decadent. But somehow they didn't break the illusion. Instead, they complemented it. Because Euro summer isn't really about subtlety or boldness, it's about image control. It's about being the main character in a movie that never ends. Psychologically, the rise of Euro summer fashion reflects a deeper craving, stability dressed up as spontaneity. We're in an era of global uncertainty, political chaos, climate anxiety, economic pressure. And yet, on Instagram, we're in Saranda or Sorrento, smiling over spritzes. Fashion has always been a mirror to fantasy, but Euro summer is different. It doesn't scream, it seduces. And it sells us peace, privilege, and the illusion that if we just wear the right linen pants, life will feel slower, softer, and safer. What's even more interesting is how men are dressing. Summer 2025 was the return of effort. No more just throwing on gym shorts and flip-flops. We saw linen shirts unbuttoned just enough, Tom Ford sunglasses, Todd's loafers without socks, Bottega raffia totes, even men in matching pastel sets. The message? Men, too, are participating in the fantasy. Fashion is no longer just about utility for them, it's about narrative. And Euro summer gave them the perfect setting. We also need to talk about how Euro summer fashion is becoming a new form of luxury signaling. You don't need logos if the cotton is the right shade of cream, if your sandals are quiet enough, if your bikini is matte, minimal but clearly not Zara. Real wealth, or the appearance of it, is now communicated through absence. Absence of try-hard, absence of noise, and presence of perfection. But here's the shift that matters most. Euro summer fashion used to be something people wore. In 2025, it's something people prepare for. We saw girls planning their outfits months in advance, stylists packing luggage for influencers, brands releasing vacation drops. This isn't just vacation, it's content season. And with that comes pressure, performance, and a strange sense of uniformity. Yes, the clothes are beautiful, but how many wide-leg white trousers can one feed scroll past before it starts feeling hollow? So where are we heading next? We're seeing a blending of the curated and the chaotic. The Euro summer girl is now mixing her Loro Piana slides with a vintage Cavalli top. The guy in a linen matching set is throwing a vintage Marni knit around his shoulders. People are bored of looking too perfect. They want to look expensive but interesting. This means more texture, more unpredictability, more personality in the quiet. And that's the future of luxury. It's not about choosing between quiet and loud. It's about mastering the art of both, looking like you know exactly who you are, even if no one else does. Follow us on Instagram at GTWJMag and let us know, what did you wear this Euro summer? Were you in linen or lame, white dresses or wild prints? Because one thing's for sure, this summer told a story, and we're only just beginning to read between the lines. GTWJ. And as we look closer at the jewelry choices, the silhouettes, even the photo angles, one thing becomes crystal clear. Euro summer is no longer just fashion, it's social strategy. The fine gold hoops weren't just for style, they signal femininity without excess. The sheer cover-ups at the beach weren't just breezy. They say I'm confident but tasteful. The vintage sunglasses, they whisper heritage even if they were borrowed from Depop. This summer, fashion became a coded language. People are speaking through linen, through barely their makeup, through their choice of vacation destinations, Capri over Cannes, Paris over Mykonos, the quieter, the cooler. And that's what made Euro Summer 2025 so fascinating. It wasn't about trends, it was about taste. And more than ever, taste is currency. But here's the paradox. While Euro Summer appears effortless, the reality is that it's anything but. The images that fill our feeds are the product of planning, purchases, packing strategies, and perfect lighting. The "I just threw this on" vibe, it takes hours. And yet that illusion is part of the appeal. The fantasy is seamless ease, and fashion is the tool that delivers it. Even down to the color palette. Muted earth tones, washed out blues, creams, and barely there pastels. These colors aren't just in, they're non-confrontational, calming and familiar. Psychologically, they soothe the eye and signal restfulness, creating the illusion of calm amid a fast-paced digital world. It's not just style, it's strategy, a curated antidote to digital burnout. And this is where the deep cultural shift lies. Euro summer fashion has become a modern ritual, a brief window where people can step into an entirely new identity, one that's not about hustle or productivity, but about presence, about posing, yes, but also about pretending we've escaped. That we're above the chaos, sipping rosé in silk skirts on rooftops in Lisbon or lounging in terry cloth sets on a boat in Sardinia. But here's the deeper truth. This style is aspirational because it's exclusionary. Not just in terms of wealth, but in terms of access to aesthetic knowledge, knowing which brands are in without logos, which sandals are trending but sold out, which linen button-downs aren't from fast fashion, but from low-key brands known only to fashion insiders. That knowledge gap is what makes Euro summer fashion elite. And people don't just want the look, they want the literacy. So what does this tell us? Fashion in 2025 is no longer just about consumption. It's about curation. It's about psychological storytelling. And Euro Summer, more than any other fashion moment right now, proves that. It's where fashion, fantasy, wealth signaling, and emotional escapism collide. A mood board turned lifestyle turned global aesthetic. And whether you're watching it, performing it, or resisting it, Euro Summer has officially become fashion's most revealing mirror. GTWJ, where fashion thinks deeper. Follow us on Instagram at GTWJMag and check out more